Okay guys, hey and welcome. I've been working hard to bring you the next episode here in our little mini review series. And I just finished killing Nightmare Baal with my level 75 Warlock that I've been building up for ladder here. So here's just a few of the items I'm wearing right now. As you can tell, nothing too crazy, just very low level, low effort items that you can easily farm. Just magic find mostly as far as stats. And this is what Baal just dropped. I wish I was filming at the time, but this is what Baal just dropped. So he dropped a pair of Frostburns, very nice, right? Big improvement. All this is giving me is 20 MF, but if I want the extra mana, I can rock the Frosties. That'll make spell casting much easier. And then Grimhimmel, these ones can roll up to 20%. So here we go, guys. Pray for me. 19%. Okay, not bad. 8, 7, 19. So not bad. And then 15 on the magic damage reduced. So overall, very decent roll. So I'm glad I did that while I was filming. We can switch out. I basically had like the poor man's gaze for the life leech there, the 5%. This one has 7% as well as other additional mods that will benefit this mercenary. In case some of you are wondering what's he wearing as far as the body armor, he's got a peace armor. And if you notice, it'll give +2 to critical strike, which will further boost the 2 to critical strike on the inside. So these two will synergize for a higher chance to cast double damage, right, for the mercenaries. So that's why I've got that on there. It's also got a 4% chance to cast slower missile, a little bit of faster hit recovery, some cold resist, attack or take damage, some defense, etc. So overall, not a bad armor for a mercenary when you're playing early ladder. So yeah, that's super exciting that I found this vampire gaze for the mercenary. Just wanted to share that with you guys. I was saving it. So I think I will switch back to the magic finding just because I'm trying to keep it all magic find gear. I'll go over all my magic find gear shortly and we can look at that together. So I'm getting 75% from the Alibaba, I'm getting 40% from the helmet, 60 from the armor, 25 from this crafted amulet I made, 25 from the rhyme, 25 from the boots, 10 from each of the rings, nothing from the belt because it's got faster cast rate, and then 20 from the gloves, as well as I've got this 3% small charm. So what do you guys think that adds up to, right? Try to guess. I'm going to show you. Here it comes. So 293 better chance of getting magical items, in addition to 237 extra gold from monsters. So it may not seem like much, and it's not, but for early ladder it's not bad, right? We also get the cannot be frozen mod from the rhyme shield here. So that can very easily be made with the Shaolin and Eth, right? So alright, let's go back here. Okay, so I think we're gonna just run another Baal game. Okay, 1 second here. Alright. So we're casting our Goatman, and then we've got our Mark of Death that makes us able to move our demons around and basically sick them on specific enemies if we want, which is kind of a cool feature. And then if you want to move everyone, including your mercenary, you have to use Blade Warp. So Blade Warp throws your weapon and it moves everybody there on target, so that's pretty cool. Something that allows you to target your mercenary as well, right? Okay, let's keep going here. You can always recast your Goatman. I do have them maxed out at level 20, but I find they're still not that strong. people rave about them. Like, I mean, I've got the maxed out Demonic Mastery and Goman. I find them kind of weak, but I guess they do scale up based on the difficulty as well, so that is nice. Maybe they perform better at the higher levels, right? Maybe once you get some plus skill gear, of which I have found some, and I will show you guys. I've gotten lucky actually. So maybe I'll do that now. I'll show you guys real quick. So I did get Horizon's Continents, which is the new Demon Head set item for Warlock. 1 to all skills, 75 to attack rating. That is based on character level, 19 to strength, and a little magic damage reduced by 9 stat there as well to round it out. And then I did find a Hell Warden's Will Death Mask, which I put a 15% increased attack jewel. So the reasoning behind this is I'm going to use this most likely with either a bow or with the cleave skill, either with a bow and with the what do you call it, what's the multiple strike skill called, with Mirrored Blade to do kind of like a multi-shot Warlock, or I might also just go with cleave as well and max out levitation. I haven't really decided. But anyway, that'll give me 35 increased attack speed for those skills in addition to 20% cast rate. So it's kind of like a best of both worlds, right? 1 to all skills, 6 to mana after each kill, all very useful stats. The defense on it is nice. The magic resist is being wasted kind of on this build, but you know, that's okay. We're still making good use of the increased attack speed and faster cast rates. So overall, it's a win. I'm just looking at some other gear here that I could show you guys. I think that's about it. I mean, I did find a sorceress skill cold charm, right? So I got lucky with that. But generally nothing too great. Mostly just early level items for leveling and things like that. So I did find this that I thought was pretty cool. 3 to Holy Shock, 1 to Holy Freeze, 4 sockets. Just again, some early level stuff, right? You got 3 to increase speed, 3 to increase stamina. I did find in 3 to Energy Shield staff early, so that's cool to turn into like a memory. What else can I show you guys here? I did also make a 35% spirit, which I've been using until recently. So 2 to all skills, 35% faster cast rate. If you can't make anything better, make a spirit for the Warlock. It is a good item to have in slot for like a summoner, even for like an Echoing Blades build to an extent, depending on the base that you're using. It's doable. It'll take you through normal and nightmare, possibly early hell. Just some 4-socketed that I'm going to turn into like, we're going to turn into some early insights and things like that. So same with this, just to turn into some like spirits and things like that. Let's see here. Alright, got all those back. So I wonder if we have the MP quests in this game, because no, we don't. Okay, that's fine. So let's put the spear back in that case. Spear. Okay. So let's go back to our little Baal quest. So basically all I'm doing is just showing you guys how it's been going on ladder with my new Warlock. The other thing I wanted to show you guys that's different is the previous build I showcased was a Echoing Strike, right? Echoing Blades I called it, but I meant Echoing Strike build. This time I went more down the demon route, right? With the 20 bind demon, 20 to go, 20 to mastery. There's variations of this build that you can do. Some people recommend only 1 point for bind demon. You can also get it from items. Like I've got a dual combo here that each give +3, so that's +6. So I mean, arguably you could save a bunch of these points by just wearing some gear like that. What else can I tell you guys? I haven't found Goatman to be really worth the investment personally. Maybe the mastery is still worth it, and one going 1 point bind demon, so maybe only put 20 points grand total in this whole tree, right? And then maybe you can do creative things here, like max out mirror blades, max out levitation, maybe max out echoing if that's your poison. Maybe you could max out something else too, like hex purge, right? Things like that. So right now, you guys are probably wondering what I'm doing. Mostly I was just focusing on showcasing some ideas and things like that, but right now we're trying to find the lower level to Diablo. So you see how cool that is? You could just send them wherever you want, like you just send them to the new guy, or if you want to join them, use Blade Warp, right? Death Mark is to send just your summons. Blade Warp brings you and your mercenary in addition to the summons. So in case you want to send the whole team over to the combat point, you know, into the action, into the fray, like see, Blade Warp brings everybody, right? Now just the demons, me and the mercenary are over here. So that's the difference between those two skills. I like to use Mark and kind of keep myself a little bit away from the action. It's just like a safety thing, but right now we're playing Nightmare and we're 75 on softcore, so the danger is pretty minimal, so it doesn't really matter. I warp around as well. I use Blade Warp in this instance. Right, so we it's not like there was an insta-death or anything by teleporting into the pack. Like I said, it's pretty tame by comparison. It's just Nightmare. So I am trying to keep this video brief for you guys, but at the same time I wanted to get back to Baal and try summoning a new demon and show you guys what that looks like. And then not only what that looks like, but kind of the benefits to resummoning. Or not to resummoning, but to rebinding, I guess. Yeah, demon bind. So right now, one trick I could tell you about is unsummon, right? When you have unsummon, make sure you don't click your demon first of all. But when you hover, you can see what your demon does. So in this case, my demon has spectral hit, mana burn, extra strong, extra fast, aura enchanted. So that's all the modifiers that this demon has. So that's the one way you can kind of like inspect your demon. But be very careful, especially if you're hoping to keep your demon, that you don't right click on him when you have unsummon active. So we're going to go back to bind demon now. Or rather back to Deathmark. Okay, so here we are guys on the throne. Always drop a TP in case you die. And you got to go back for the body. Okay, so we're just gonna clear out some guys. Clear them all out, clear them out, clear them out. I don't think we're gonna keep that, it's nothing special. Okay. So I'll send them around, get them to clear their room, put up a new TP. Basic protocols. Alright, clear the room with your guys. Wow. Okay, you guys are here for that one. You saw that. So I ID'd this. Unfortunately, it's not ethereal with a self-repair. It'd really be something, but 40% increased attack speed, 302% increased damage. So that might actually be worth upgrading. It's a very strong rare item. So that's Nightmare Baal runs. You know, you can find some decent stuff. It's got this codex. You can definitely find some decent things in Nightmare Cows. And oh, look at this. Speaking of finding decent things, right? This is better than my current. 2 to Warlock skills, 3 to Flame Wave, so that's plus 5 to Flame Wave. If I had a Fire Warlock, this would actually be a considerable book, right? It's nothing to sneeze at. So your Goatmen will die on you and they will have to be resummoned. It's just kind of how it goes. So what are we hoping to do? So we're hoping to replace our bound demon with a new bound demon that hopefully has slightly better mods. That's basically the totality of what we're trying to do, boys. Got all of our RF gear on. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I think I did bind a new demon. Let's check the stats. Yep. So you see how this one now says cursed? So that's what I've been hoping to get. That mod is very important, especially as you enter hell. It'll allow you to tackle the physical immunes, right? Because of the curse, it's usually like an amp damage or decrypt or something like that. He's extra strong, extra fast, aura enchanted. I don't know what he's got, if he's got thorns or might or what, but anyway, and he's got spectral hits. So let's test him against Baal. And let's see how well this is gonna go here for us. So I'll just send my whole team over there, mercenary and all. And then the key is just to keep them engaged on Baal. Baal wants to try to always get away. You gotta just use your Mark of Death and your Blade Warp to keep placing your mercenary and your summons back onto him. But you see, it goes down pretty fast. So this new cursed monster is paying off. That's probably the fastest I've seen Baal go down so far. So now ideally you'd get one that was cursed and had like fanaticism aura, right? Because right now I have a feeling it has a might aura and it's just stacking with the mercenary, but at any rate, it's still very impressive as far as, you know, how quickly it could take down Baal. And if I was to keep farming here, you know, a couple games, eventually I could probably roll one that was cursed and had that fanaticism. But that's best case scenario, you know. I'm perfectly happy with this guy with his might or thorns or whatever he's got going on. Holy fire, perhaps. No, although I don't think so. I think it's either thorns or might. You know, he's fairly strong. So now we're just gonna put some of these cool rares we found away. So you see that, guys? This is I found both of these right while filming. This proof that you can find good stuff in Nightmare, right? Both of these are very much worthwhile items depending on your build. Alright, I think we're going to end it there for now, so I'll see you in the next one.